Hi everyone, my name is Allie and I'm a senior at Grandview. I grew up in Brandon, South Dakota. My family was the typical Sunday morning church and Wednesday evening youth group goers. My parents were divorced from a young age, so a broken home was normal and it was all I really ever knew. My life consisted of a lot of sports, friends, and family. Growing up, it was my goal to be better than any of my friends on the court and in the classroom. I was always searching for approval from my parents and friends. I was very prideful and used being the only girl in the family to my advantage. Just ask my 4 brothers. I found my identity, worth, and joy in athletics. In middle school, I started taking more interest in my Bible and church when I found out this being a whole Christian thing wasn't very easy. After going to multiple church camps, I knew I wasn't living the Christian life I always said I was. On the outside, it probably looked like it, but only God and I knew the lust, pride, and worry that was taking over my heart. It was hidden from everyone else. I gave my life to Christ after 7th grade at an FCA camp. For the first time, I understood my good works were never going to be good enough to outweigh my sinful heart. I was not able to work my way into heaven, but that it was only possible by receiving the gift of grace because of Jesus' death on the cross. Through his perfect, sinless life, Jesus sacrificed to cleanse me from all my sin. I repented of my sinful ways and found a new joy in Jesus. Slowly, I began to understand how to honor and glorify him with my life. I didn't have anyone actively discipling me, but I started reading my Bible and pray more often and be involved in FCA and youth group. Moving into high school, I wanted my life to look different because my heart had been changed, giving me a fresh look at my life. I knew my friends were not living the Christian life like they said they were, and I wanted to be set apart from the reputation I received when being with them. I had to make a hard decision to detach from some of those friendships I'd had since elementary school and seek out new friendships. I came into college knowing I believed in Jesus and wanted friends who would push me towards Christ. When I was questioned why I believed in God or asked about certain topics like abortion, sex before marriage, or homosexuality by professors, friends, or teammates, I didn't know how to back up my faith or where I stood on these issues. This caused me to dig really deep into my Bible my freshman year. Jen had invited me to Bible study, and I met some genuine friends who truly cared about how I was doing, and even more so, that I was seeking the Lord. They met up to read with me and pray with me. I attended Bible study and worship services, but I often only went to things outside of that if I knew there would be food or some activity that I would enjoy. I found myself living a double life. The Allie who went to Bible study and didn't drink or party, and the Allie who was having sex with her boyfriend, seeking the approval of teammates and coaches, and giving herself anxiety to reach perfection both in the classroom and on the softball field. Community was something I desired, but also freaked me out because it had gone so poorly in the past. Through discipleship and a whole lot of putting aside my pride, it became less about me and more about seeking the truth and what the Bible had to say. I admired how these people love the Lord and love people. It was so hard for me to first understand why these people cared so much about my life. I understood the gospel in 8th grade, but God truly revealed it to me in a different way my freshman year of college through his people. I wanted to keep pursuing my worldly desires, like sleeping with my boyfriend, only caring about my own needs, and only following God when his plan matched up with mine. I had to sacrifice my desires in order to be vulnerable with these people before I could take another step of obedience in my life. I'm now still learning what it looks like to obey Christ every day in all situations. Recently, I've had to wrestle in a deeper way with forgiveness. Some life circumstances have caused me to need to forgive someone who has unapologetically sinned against me and my family. It has reminded me of how unworthy I am of God's forgiveness, but how generous he is through Christ to forgive my every offense against him. To obey Christ is to forgive, though I daily struggle with this to do this well. My life is far from perfect, but thanks to God, my pride and comfort, my want for comfort, cannot have control over my life. I challenge any of you tonight who maybe are thinking that the whole God thing might be worth a shot, that you need a community to surround you with. Talk to someone tonight. It will really change your life. Our desires of this world are empty, and nothing will fill you up and bring you joy like Jesus can. Thank you.